What is up, everybody? It's your boy. It's your boy, leather seated up, bro fits. I don't know. This is the Mrs. Car, mate. She's fucking nice. Like, I don't know. I can't really, there's all the nice screws on here. Easy as shit. Beautiful gauges. I tell you what, they are some. Look, yeah, and like, oh, fancy. They are some of the clearest gauges I have ever been in, and I have owned a fair few cars, and I tell you what, they are the most they're so easy to read, and they're such big clear dials. They're beautiful gauges. I tell you what, back in the day, like, I mean, even now, not even back in the day, even now, this is a sick car, and it's got, I love the head unit. It's got such, hang on. Oh, damn, it has off and door. What is this shit? Oh. My bad. But yeah, it's got all your dual climate control as well, which means like the person over here can have it set to 25, and the person in the passenger and the driver's seat can have it set to 18 or something. So it can be nice and cool over here and a bit warmer over there. It's got all your fancy, like, you push things, you just push it in, you push it up, comes up slowly. It's really nice. Like, and you can't, that looks like scratches, but it's not. It's like that weird, I don't even know, it's like marble, maybe meant to look like fake marble, but it's got a really nice stereo too. I'm pretty sure, yeah, so it's got fucking tweeters. It's got your normal, your normal 6-inch down there. It's got your normal 6 inches in that door, and then your 6x9s in the rear shelf. And it is such a nice car, man. I've never sat in one, and when I sat in this, I was like, holy crap, this is nice. So yeah, oh no, don't worry. I cleared my I didn't clear it. I deleted some of my videos finally. So yeah, that's good. Well, I didn't actually come in here to show you the car. I just came in here because that's where I'm doing my video. I just wanted to talk about bikes because I was actually talking to some people the other day, and I heard someone say, "Oh, I could never ride a bike. It's just a death wish," and I don't agree with that. See, I'm 24 now, turning 25 this year, and I have never had a motorbike accident on the road. I have fallen off the bike on my own complete fault, because I was coming around a corner on a dirt bike with dirt tyres on it, coming around. It was raining, pouring down rain, and I came just too fast around this corner, tapped the back brake, and it just locked up, and it went, so I counter-steered right. I counter-steered it, and it just went back round and straight into a curb, and it was that, not a straight curb, it was one on an angle, so my front tyre just went, and just slid, and I just fell off. That's the only time I've ever crashed on the road. I've never had an accident. I've never had anything, and I honestly think, I know a lot of the time it's not the rider's fault, but, or should I say, a lot of the time it seems like it is. I have seen so many videos online where you're getting these cockheads on motorbikes that are riding down a slip lane. They're on the lane that's meant to be slipped, and they're not giving way to the person that is slipping. And they're like, oh, beep, beep, and they're like, oh, you dickhead. It's like, dude, you're a fuckhead. Just sit back, let the person through, let the person slip lane, and if you want to overtake them later. Don't go off your head like a cockhead. It makes all us other bikers who are the majority, like, I can hoon. I ain't going to lie. I ain't going to sit here and go, I'm a responsible driver and rider all the time. I do my odd hooning here and there, I'm not going to lie. But I'm also don't go down the fucking main street and do 200k an hour down a main street, or when someone wants to slip lane, I don't sit there and just go, no, he can fucking go behind me, because that's just pathetic, and you need to grow the hell up, and you're going to be the one that suffers. Like, I've seen so many where you can clearly see in front this person is braking. He's slowing down, and the bloke on the bike just doesn't slow down. And you can see it's getting closer and closer, and then I've seen some where they hit in the back of the car and go, oh, you idiot, what are you doing braking, blah, no reason braking. It's like, it doesn't matter if they didn't have a reason to be braking. when I'm riding a bike, I think for everyone. So I think a couple cars ahead. I'm always looking for an exit. So no matter where I am, I go, okay, so if that bloke spins out, another car comes, I can low side it on that dirt road there, because you're way better off fucking your bike up and low siding it than going bam straight into a car. You always got to be looking for a way out of things, for an exit out of any situation. As me personally, as soon as I see lights come on up ahead, like brake lights, say you're behind someone and you're behind them by 100 meters, by like heaps, even when they're braking up ahead, even no matter when I'm in my car or my bike, I either put my foot on the brake or hand on the brake and get ready to brake and watch them, but as well as scanning, not just focus on them, because then you're focusing on that one thing and then you don't know what's going on in your surroundings. So I've always got them, I'm always, doing my checks and keeping them in the first thing in my mind, and always looking at them as I'm doing my checks. And, if I get even not even close, I always have my foot or hand on the brake and I start to slow down, even if they're only slowing down slightly, because then you're organized, you're thinking ahead, you're going, okay, that person's braking all the way up there, I'm going to start braking now, just in case as they're going around the corner they stall the car, rather than sit on your speed limit and go, well, he should be turned off up there anyway, not my problem. You go, okay, if he stalls the car, I don't want to be coming up his ass at 100k an hour and right into the back of his car and get flown off his car and killed. That's just what I find, that there is a lot of rider error out there, and there's people, when they ride a bike, they get on their bike and they think they are the king of the road. No one can beat them. They own the road when they hop on their bikes, and I think that's such a fucking idiotic way, an idiotic way of thinking when you're on a bike, because when you are on a bike, you are the most vulnerable out of anybody else on the road, except for a pedestrian. So it's sort of like when you hop on that bike, you need to... Well, see, I'm always in that mindset. Me riding bikes has made my car driving more cautious, because you're getting me... I think you should, every time you hop on a bike, you should get into a mindset and think everybody... The way that I think is, I think nobody else knows how to drive, and I've got to think for them. You've got to think for that person there, that person waiting at that intersection, that person that just cut into the fucking roundabout as you're about to go, that person that is, could run the orange... Oh, no, not run the orange light. That's a bad example because we don't have lights up here. But, that could not see me, or that could see me and ignore me and just come out and pull out in front of me anyway. You always need to be thinking for everybody else and treat everybody else like they don't know how to drive. That's my opinion to motorbike riders, is as soon as you hop on the bike, everybody else on the road doesn't know how to drive, doesn't know what they're doing. That's my opinion. That's how you've got to think. You've got to go, well, he doesn't know how to drive, he doesn't know how to drive, he doesn't know how to drive, so I've got to think for them. As I'm coming around a corner at 100 and, I see somebody on the side of the road, on a side street that's about to turn on, I look and I go, okay, so if he quickly jolts out right now in front of me, I should be able to just, maybe slip past him on the left, or I keep my finger on the brake just in case he slips out and I can quickly stomp the brakes. It's shit like that I think makes a good rider. It's like, yeah, you can ride fast in the hills. Yeah, you can do a sick wheelie. Yeah, you can do a burnout, rolling skid. But if you can't get the mindset of thinking for everybody else on the road, you're not a good rider. And if you think you own the road when you're on a bike, you're not a good rider. If you hop on the bike and you're completely ignorant and inconsiderate to every other driver / rider on the road, you're not a good rider. Just because you can fucking do a 1k wheelie doesn't mean you're a good rider. A good rider to me is someone who can ride confidently, safely, and think for other people. A weird light on up there. That's what makes a good rider, in my opinion. You have a skilled rider, and then you've got a good rider. Like, I'm relatively skilled. No, I'm not saying I'm a fucking GP racer, but I can ride a bike hard when I want, but I'm in my opinion, I'm a good rider because I think ahead. I think 10 steps ahead all the time. I'm always thinking for that other person up there or that person over there. I'm always looking for a way out of a situation that's completely imaginary but is a possibility. There's just so many ways. And when people say that, oh, it's just a death wish when you're on a bike, I completely disagree with that, because this is going to sound stupid, but say I'm down in Adelaide, right, and I'm going from traffic light to traffic light, I feel safer on a motorbike because, one, I can slip in the middle of traffic and I can get ahead of the traffic. So all I have to worry about is what's behind me and when the light goes green. Instead of being sandwiched in between 4 cars in front of you and 2 cars back, what if some truck comes along, his brakes fail, and he smashes into that car? It's a domino effect. Car, you in the middle of 2 cars, you're probably gonna end up dead. So you've always got to try and put yourself in the best position possible. Like, even if I can't slip down the middle of cars at traffic lights, I try to sit on the very edge of my lane, either the very right or the very left, preferably whatever is the outside road. So say I'm on the left lane, I'm on the left side, or if I'm on the right lane, I'm on the right side. And I always keep an eye behind me, because if you see some prick behind you that's like, he's not slowing down, you can quickly smash it into gear and go whoop and quickly get out of there, even if you go off a fucking curb. That's way better than having some prick come up behind you, smashing you in your rear and sandwiching you between two cars. When you're at your stoplights and shit, always be on the far side of your lane, so then you can always quickly escape, quickly like dart off and get out the way. Never sit in the middle of your rows. There's just a couple things that I've learned. I'm only 24, but I feel that I have had extremely good teachers. My dad has been the best teacher I can possibly think of. I've always been a safer driver. So they're just a few things that are my advice to people. You got to think ahead. Always think ahead. You just got to be so anal about every move that you do. There's got to be a reason behind everything, in my opinion. That's just from what I've experienced, and probably the reason why, in my opinion, I haven't had a crash yet. Touch wood. Fuck, there's no wood in this car. I'll just pretend that's wood. Yeah, there's wood in the other ones. So yeah, when people think that, oh, I wouldn't get a bike license because, one, I'd kill myself, 2, it's a death wish, that's not true. The killing yourself because you ride too fast, that completely comes back on you. So that's not because bikes are dangerous. What a load of shit. That's because you have no self-control and you couldn't control yourself on the road and pick your positions when you have a little hoon. Like, there's many conversations I've had with people, and I completely disagree with the saying that bikes are more dangerous than cars. Bikes don't have as much safety as cars, because we don't have airbags. We don't have a bonnet in front of us. We don't have a boot and the fucking seats behind us. We don't have doors. We're not enclosed. So I guess in a way they're more unsafe, but they're not more dangerous, because cars can cause more damage than what a motorbike ever could. If a motorbike hits another car at 100 k's, it's not going to cause nowhere near as much damage as a car hitting another car at 100 k's. If a motorbike hits a person at 50 k's, it's going to cause nowhere near as much damage as a car hitting someone at 50 k's. So cars, in my opinion, are more dangerous than bikes, because cars can cause a hell of a lot more damage than bikes. Bikes are more unsafe for the rider than cars. That I completely agree with. But oh shit, this has been going on for a long time. Okay, but yeah, that's just my opinion on people thinking bikes are unsafe and that you shouldn't ride bikes because, I don't know, they're more dangerous or some bullshit. It's a lot of the time it's a lack of the rider's respect for other people, respect for the motorbike, respect for the road, and their ability to think ahead and look out for other people and think for other people. That's where I think a lot of motorbikers go wrong, because they just think of themselves. They think, oh yeah, I can swerve between them two cars, get ahead, and brake at the last minute around this corner. You have to think ahead. You've got to go, if I overtake this car and he shoots over this way, what am I going to do? Am I going to brake? Am I going to accelerate? Am I going to drop down a gear before I overtake? And then, I forgot what I was saying. I was just talking to my mum. I don't remember, but yeah, in my opinion, bikes aren't any more dangerous than cars. If anything, in my opinion, cars are more dangerous because they're heavier, they're bigger, and they have more inertia, and they can cause more damage than what a bike ever could. But some people shouldn't ride bikes. I totally agree with that. I know some people that if they hopped on a bike, they'd probably be dead within a year because they've got no self-control. They can't control themselves. But that's just my 2 pieces. That's not my full 2 pieces. I've got a hell of a lot more, but this video is way too long. 15 minutes, Jesus Christ. I've got to go. Okay, if you want me to express on this any further, let me know, and I'll make a full video with my better mic, so then you don't have to look at me in this shit. I can maybe play a game on the side. Maybe. It's a bit hard to talk about subjects like this and play games on the side. But yeah, sorry. I hope you're having a good day. I hope you've had a good day, or I hope you're going to have a good day. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow. One last thing. I messaged the bloke about my wheels, my Raptor wheels, and they should be here within a month. So I might be able to get started on that within a month, hopefully. Thank you very much, Reno. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow.